What I wish I knew before becoming a mobile notary. I wish I knew a few of these things because they would have saved me so much time, so much money, and be able to get to the bag a lot faster as a mobile notary. But some of you will not watch this video to the end because I don't know if you're hyped up on the dopamine or whatever it may be. But if you stick around, you'll get some tips that can help you make some more money as a notary faster. So the first thing I wish I knew is that a lot of notaries out there are not really the best. A lot of notaries out there, for lack of a better term, suck. And one of the common things that I've seen is notaries don't answer their phone, their website will be bad, they don't dress professional, and they undercharge. And we can go in each one of these. Each one of these I can break down, and I'll try to extrapolate them as much as possible. But what I mean by most notaries kind of suck is that they don't answer the phones. You got to remember, when a lot of people get their commission, no matter what state they're in, they usually kind of they're happy when they first get their commission. They're like, oh, yes, I'm a notary. They'll probably tell a little bit of their friends. They'll probably tell a little bit of their family. They probably try a little bit to get one job, and then they kind of just leave it at that. So what they tend to do after they get that and they get that hype, they do one job and they just don't take it really seriously as a business. A lot of people get caught up in the idea of saying, oh, I want a side income and I want passive income. And when they do that, they don't treat it as a real business. So when the phone calls and somebody's actually trying to get a notarization done, they don't answer. And the reason why I wish I knew this is because I would have answered the phone a lot faster. When everybody around you is doing bad, all you have to do is a little bit better than them and you'll get business. So what I ended up doing years after, when I realized like other notaries aren't that good at answering the phones, is I made sure that I answered it on the first to third ring. And I made something up for myself called 2 is good, 3 is bad. 2 rings at most, 3 rings is bad. If your phone got to the third ring, you waited way too long. Because a lot of times, because more and more people are becoming notaries, they'll just leave the clients and go to another notary. So you don't want to be the notary that the phone is ringing 10 times because it's just unprofessional and you don't want that money. If you have to wait for the phone to ring 10 times, then you obviously don't want that money. So why I wish I knew that earlier is because I would have just answered the phone a lot faster. And if you could do that one thing, just answer the phone and be professional. Hey, thank you for calling Logi Notary. How may I assist you? You'll stand out between a lot of other notaries. That one thing alone. It sounds so simple, but trust me, notaries don't answer the phone at all. They don't. Next up is the website. A lot of people aren't tech savvy, nor do they want to learn to spend the time to learn how to make a clean website, nor do they want to spend the money on having a clean website. So what they do is end up giving some half-ass website and just throwing it up there. If your website is trash, when people come to your website and they see it, they're not thinking anything of your website. They think, oh, okay, this is just somebody that's starting up. And you want your website to be professional. Go on YouTube, take the time, learn how to make a nice website. If you don't have the money, learn how to do it yourself. It's going to take time. And if you do have the money, just pay somebody. It's really simple. Pay somebody or use AI. But if you don't know how to do any of that, you're not tech savvy, put some money to the side, $100, $200, pay somebody to make it. You can use Fiverr, you can use Upwork, or you can just find somebody on YouTube and just ask around. You might have a family or friend that does it, but take the time to make a nice website. What I would say, and what I wish I knew in the past, is look at the other notaries in your area, take all of their websites, the top 3 with the most reviews, and look at the top 3's websites. Mimic who's winning. Do what is working. So you could take the top 3 websites, give it to your website editor and say, hey, these are the 3 people that are doing the best. Please make my website similar, not the same exact way. Make my website similar to theirs or better than theirs. This is what I always do. You want to be better than the competition. So yeah, leaving it there. Most notaries don't answer the phone. And most notaries have a really bad website or just really basic. Like you look at the website and it's like, oh, what is this? Who made this? It looked like it spent 10 minutes on the website, but you want people to book with you? And then the next thing, moving on that list, is I was afraid to charge. Because when you first start off in a notary business, you only want to charge like $20 to $50 for mobile notarizations, going to people's location. And you don't want to do that. Because you haven't done it long enough, you haven't built up enough confidence to charge. But what you have to understand, and what I wish I knew earlier, is you're providing a service that people need that's very helpful to them. You're coming to their location. They're not just going to a regular notary. They can go to a regular notary at a bank or whatever, UPS, whatever it is, and have them stamp the paper, keep it moving. But you're taking time out of your day to get dressed professionally, go to the location, stamp their papers, make sure that everything is authenticated correctly. So charge that. Charge. What? It took me a long time to raise my prices. I think I started off at even $20, which is absolutely ridiculous for doing mobile notarizations. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do no $20. Unless, I guess, if you're working with a signing service and you're just trying to get some money in. But charge more than that. If you want, I say a 5 to 10 rule. After you've done 5 services at a certain price, move your price up. If you're scared, move it up by $5. Like, even now, to me, to this day, if I don't think that I should raise the price, just move it up by $5. If customers are still booking at the same frequency, move it up another $5. They're scared, or you're scared you don't know if they're going to stop booking with you. Okay, move it up another $5 and just test it out. See what the market says. Don't listen to yourself. What we tend to do is when you don't make a lot of money, or if you don't have a lot of money, or if you're coming from like a poorer background, you start to realize, you start to think that everybody sees money the same way that you do. So $100, $200 to you is like, whoa, I would never pay $100, $200 for a notarization. But that doesn't mean that other people won't. Just because it's a lot of money to you doesn't mean it's a lot of money to somebody else. You follow me? Just because it's a lot of money to you is not to somebody else. $100 to you is like, whoa, $100? I can't spend $100 like that. But if somebody else is like, $100? Oh, yeah, come, do this notarization for me. Remember that. Remember that. It's your confidence. The more jobs you do, the more you're able to charge more because you're confident. And when you're saying the number on the phone, you don't need to be like, oh, it's going to be $100. No, you say that with confidence. You say, yep, it'll be $100. Would you have to pay credit, debit, Zelle, cash, pigeon mail, Venmo, Chime, whatever it is? Say it with confidence. Charge your price and get your money because you're taking time out of your day to go there. So I would definitely say, like, you guys need to spend the time, raise your prices up, and work with people. Just work and get the job done. And another thing I would say is, like, I've realized just being in the industry and just talking to other people that a lot of notaries are not professional, man. They're not professional. And I'm not sure if they don't become from a corporate background or what it is, but I remember I was working with a notary once and they showed up in tights. What? You're giving a professional service to somebody. When you go to these people location, y'all, you don't go in tights. What? No, you get a nice business casual or business professional. Just Google it or go on YouTube. What is business casual? What is business professional? Ladies, I don't know what that looks like for you, but I know it's not tights. I know that for a fact. Guys, nice slacks, nice pants, throw on your little polo. Nice slacks, nice pants, throw on a collared shirt. Throw on a dress shirt. At very least, you need to do that. At very least, if you don't have the money, get you a nice little polo, get you a nice little slacks, throw on some dress shoes, throw on some Sperry's, whatever you can do to look presentable. If you have some more and you want to be even more professional because you're charging more, throw on a nice little suit, throw on a sports blazer, but don't show up in a t-shirt and some jeans, or a t-shirt and some joggers, let alone a t-shirt and some shorts and some shoes. What? Are you crazy? Don't do that. That's not professional. And these clients will not refer you to somebody else, especially when you want to start making more money and start charging $200, $300 to do like estate planning or whatever it is. Imagine somebody booked you for doing estate planning. It's at an attorney's office and you show up in some shorts. One, they might not want to continue doing the job with you. And two, they're not going to call you back because you're making that attorney's office look bad. So always show up in a very, very, very least business casual. Business casual, and then you have your business professional. Ladies, look it up too. I worked with somebody that I said that showed up in tights, and I was bamboozled. I was kerfluffed. I don't even know if that's a word, but I was just like, what? Don't show up in tights. But yeah, just to remind you guys, most notaries don't answer the phones. So if you do the opposite of what everybody else is doing, which is like 90% of the notaries out there, you will stand out. Just answering the phones alone will set you apart from a lot of other people. But just to circle back, a lot of notaries don't answer the phones, so you need to answer the phones. You need to do it quick, and you need to sound professional when you do it. A lot of notaries have horrible websites, extremely simple, but it doesn't even look good. Simple is good, but the website just looks trash. It looks bad. Hire somebody. Stop being lazy. Learn how to do it. The website needs to be better. A lot of notaries undercharge way too much. You don't need to be charging $10, $20 to go to somebody's location. By the time you get to the location, your gas is going to be done. So you're going to need that money that you got to get back home. So you basically did it for free. Charge your money. If you're scared, slowly implement it, slowly raise it, $5 at a time, $10 at a time, and see if your clientele starts to lower. If your clientele, if you keep raising it and it goes down way too much, you know you're pricing too high. If you just move it down, there's an equilibrium point that you can get to, but test it. Use the $5 method. Join the Mobile Notary Mastery System. I'll teach you guys some methods, but use that $5 method, jack that price up slowly. Last but not least, the professionalism needs to be on point. Not only do you need to show up in at least business casual, but when you get to location, don't argue with these clients. I had people that would just argue with clients and leave. What? I was working with notaries and I'm like, what are you doing? I don't know if people don't understand this, but always remain professional. The client is always right. The client is always right, especially if you're working with an attorney. The clients are always right. You deal with everything. You don't break. You remain stoic. You remain professional, and clients will thank you. Sometimes they'll even call you back, which has happened to me, and said, I apologize for that. You remain professional. Stay professional. Stay professional. And these sign-in services will work with you again. These title companies will work with you again. And then these attorney offices will work with you again. Remember these. These are things I wish I knew as a mobile notary earlier on in my career. Hopefully they helped. If you need some more tips, if you want to learn a mobile notary mastery system, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Book a call. Let's chop it up. And there's a free bundle down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification. See you guys in the next video. Peace, love, knowledge. I'm out.